Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another album review. My name is Christian Eschbach. Okay, hey everyone. I was not planning on doing this at all until I went in the music store. I was looking for Seventh Star and Eternal Idol so I could finish out Black Sabbath. And I was not intending on really honestly getting into the live stuff. But apparently Live Evil was released or remastered. And this was bought right after the Boxing Day, no, not Black Friday sales started on the Evil Empire Online for retail. And it was like $20 cheaper than buying it in the store, because I saw it in the store at like $69. It was online Black Friday sale for $49. Realistically, for $49 I'm cool with buying it. For $69 I'm not, and I will explain. First and foremost, this is Live Evil, which is the Black Sabbath live album, the first official Black Sabbath live album. And it was recorded with Geezer Butler, Tony Iommi, Ronnie James Dio, and Vinny Appice. It was after the Mob Rules album, and the set list reflects Mob Rules, Heaven and Hell, plus some classics. The box set itself has the double live album in its original remastered form. And it also has a remixed version. Now, the box is both a blessing and a curse. So here's the original and the remaster. Sounds wonderful. I love the remaster. The remaster sounds great. But I want to talk about the remix, because the remixed, they boosted all the levels on everything. I'm going to come back around to the whole thing. But the levels on the remix, everything is like crystal clear. You can hear the phasing that was put on the drums during the drum solo and everything like that. The bass is crystal clear the whole way through. Like, you can hear every note crystal clear. You can hear the wah. You can hear everything. It's not like, they really cleaned it up and made it sound beautiful. Now, there's not really enough room in here to really get this poster opened up and show you. This is the poster. I just leave it in here. It's not something I'm going to use. The Mob Rules tour book, which is awesome. It's got all these cool pictures and these little blurbs and whatnot in there. Unfortunately, the blurbs are, I'm getting old. The blurbs are getting harder to read. Got to go with a magnifying glass. The other thing in there is this great little hardbound book, which is really cool. Bunch of write-ups in here. It takes you through the whole history and whatnot. Now, you have to remember that this is all put together after, unfortunately, Ronnie James Dio has passed away. So you weren't going to get anything new, and I don't remember if Vinny Appice is still around or not. I know both Geezer and Tony are, but the whole way around, they decided to include like a lot of blurbs out of articles, guitar mags, stuff like that. There was a couple of magazines as well that were big ones in the day that they used in here. So this is a really, really cool set. For me, at $49.99, it was a cool set, plus taxes and whatnot. At the $69.99, not as much. I am also talking Canadian prices, not US prices, so that does make a difference. Between the two versions of the double live, like I said, you got the remaster version, which is just the original version redone, and then you got the remix version, which you can definitely hear that they've boosted up channels, they've cleared up some of the sound, they've gone through and they've really tied it up, made it crisper and cleaner. The whole way around, I actually like the remix better. Every time I go to put this on, and I guarantee you this is going to get some plays, it will be the remix version. If I could buy just the remix version, like, you know, a nice little $24.99 of just the remix, I'd gladly pay $24.99 for just the remix. Cherry. Okay, so let's get into the set list here. Now, We got 2 discs, but we are talking Black Sabbath, so the average song is like, what, 5-6 minutes? So you're not getting a whole lot of, not a huge set list on here. So you got E5150 opening up the show, which is a really cool way to open up the show. Gives it just the right sound. That goes straight into Neon Nights, which is great. Sounds like Neon Nights. NIB. Everyone I've ever heard perform NIB does a great job of it vocally. I've never heard any vocalist to this day, except for maybe like a live band or something like this, perform it in a way that I would consider not great. But NIB is a good tune, and I really like the way that Dio does it on here. That goes into Children of the Sea, which is one of those songs I don't mind, and live it has its purposes. It's just not a song that I'm overly into. And that goes into Voodoo. Really dig on Voodoo. I really like it live too, and on the remix, it sounds cherry. Ooh, so pretty on the remix. That goes then into Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and then into War Pigs, and then into Iron Man. All right. After that, we're then into disc 2, which is Mob Rules, Heaven and Hell, Sign of the Southern Cross / Heaven and Hell Continued, Paranoid, Children of the Grave, and Fluff. Okay, Black Sabbath, Dio sounds magnificent on. War Pigs, I don't mind him on War Pigs, but you can tell he's doing it for the fans. Iron Man, I don't like him on Iron Man. Mob Rules, of course I love Mob Rules. Great song. Heaven and Hell, great song. Sign of the Southern Cross going into Heaven and Hell Continued. They only do about 2 minutes of Sign of the Southern Cross and then go right back into Heaven and Hell. And I'm okay with it. They go a little overboard on the solo on the first Heaven and Hell. When they're doing Heaven and Hell, they go into the solo. They go really overboard on it. Then they have a big pause before they start up Sign of the Southern Cross. And I really wish they had gone from the solo directly into Sign of the Southern Cross instead. Even in editing, if they edited it so it flowed into it directly, I think it would have been better. Just because the way they go back into Heaven and Hell afterwards. And then after Paranoid, they actually go back into Heaven and Hell again. So for that reason alone, I really wish they hadn't had that little gap in there between the actual Heaven and Hell track and then Sign of the Southern Cross. Children of the Grave and Paranoid, I don't mind Dio's voice on Children of the Grave. I'm not so big on Paranoid. And it's really funny because there are 2 songs from the Dio era I would have rather have been on here instead of Paranoid. And they could have either taken out Iron Man or Children of the Grave. I think I would have rather they took out Iron Man and Paranoid and then put in Country Girl and crud, I forgot the name of the song again. I keep forgetting the name of the song. And I shouldn't be forgetting the name of it because it's a really good tune too. And now I got to go into the book. Oh man. Because they started off doing and Turn Up the Night. Country Girl and Turn Up the Night. They were doing those at the beginning of the tour, and then they stopped doing them towards the end of the tour because they did try taking songs like Paranoid out, and they did try taking songs like Iron Man out, but the fans really wanted to hear them still, so they had to keep putting them back in. And to me, that was a bit unfortunate because really I would have rather have heard Country Girl and Turn Up the Night because they were more... Dio's voice is too good. It's too dramatic. It's too... As much as Iron Man does have that Dungeons and Dragons kind of vibe that works for Dio with the storytelling is not the same like it is when he does Black Sabbath or when he does War Pigs. He does try to do it a little bit on Children of the Grave. My issue with Dio is when you get into the fast songs that were not written for Dio. So when you do Paranoid and you do Children of the Grave, because the way those songs are delivered vocally, they're just kind of boom, 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 boom. That's not Dio's bread and butter. That's not his sweet spot. That's probably his weakness when he's got to go boom, 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 boom. When you listen to him doing Turn Up the Night, for example, even though Song is wicked fast or Mob Rules is wicked fast, they were written in a way so Dio could still sing them and give it that performance that Dio does. So yeah, I do say that it is a regret that by the time they went to record this, Country Girl and Turn Up the Night was off the set list at that point. It is a shame because I think I really would have rather have heard them on here. Also, that being said, honestly, because they knew they were recording these and they were recording them, I really, honestly, as much as I know as it might have pissed off a few fans or something like that, what they should have done is each night, knowing they were doing these recordings, they should have taken one of the songs out of here and slipped one of those in, or done just one extra song so they could still keep them in there, you know? That would have been the way I would have done it. But I mean, I'm looking at it in hindsight, right? And at the end of the day, would I recommend this to anybody? Yeah, if you can get the rematch. Okay, so I don't recommend necessarily this set. This set is for collectors, okay? Let's be very clear. If you are a collector, get this set. If you are just someone who wants to pick up a great live Sabbath album, if they release this just as the discs, the remaster, just the remaster alone as discs, go for it. Funny enough, the very first time I ever heard this album was actually at a carnival, and it was whatever one of the big heavy duty rides that do the spinning with the loud music playing and stuff like that. I want to say it was like something like the Matterhorn or something. I don't remember the name of it. Traveling carnivals that go around, you know, like your town fair stuff like that. Anyways, you know how back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, they always were blasting the music. Okay, so that was the first time I ever actually heard Live Evil, was at a carnival being blasted over the loud ride speakers. And most of the songs I had heard, not most of the songs, but a good chunk of the songs I had heard while I was there, because you gotta realize it's a carnival, right? A lot going on, other noises, stuff like that. Really heard the songs that I actually complain about the most on here. Like, okay, NIB, no big deal. Black Sabbath, no big deal. War Pigs, not a big deal. I don't mind Dio's performance of War Pigs, but it's not Ozzy's. And there's other vocalists I prefer doing War Pigs over Dio as well. Or there's even a few I go back and listen to some of the covers, I might even prefer over Ozzy. Iron Man, though, I don't like Dio's delivery on it. And, you know, Paranoid, same thing. I really don't like his delivery on it. Children of the Grave, that I think I'm more upset because I just really love that song. And, you know, I've mentioned it before. It's my favorite Sabbath song. So, you know, that's how it goes. I think I'm going to leave it there, folks. Let me know what you think. Have you picked up the set? Do you think I'm being a little harsh on the set? Do you think it's worth the extra $20 more than I paid for it? I don't know. Let me know. That's what the comment section is for. What do you think about the track listing? Would you have liked to have heard Country Girl and oh god, Turn Up the Night? I mean, that's me. Okay, that's what the comment section's for. And on your way in the comments, you're gonna notice a couple links down there. Definitely check out those links. Otherwise, folks, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell for notifications. Peace, love, take care.